Bennett and Lawson Investigations, where two detectives make chaos look like a strategy. Tonight's case, a missing journalist, a shadowy group, and more questions than answers. Today's episode is The Cross He Left Behind.
Date December 13th, 2010. I have no clue what I'm going to find here. All I know is they're everywhere, watching, waiting, no names, no faces, just shadows. I just need one shred of evidence, one piece of proof, something they can't erase. I think this is it. This is Michael Trent. They found me. If this gets out, people need to know. It's not just a rumor. There's a whole group behind the umbrella organization.
Mr. Trent, you've wandered into the wrong place.
I know what you're doing. You think no one sees it, but I do. People are gonna find out.
Eraser.
Captain's Log, Day 16. Bennett and Lawson Investigations remains afloat, despite having solved exactly 0 cases. Morale is low. Coffee reserves are non-existent. Hope, a distant memory.
And yet, our fearless captain remains determined, armed with sarcasm and the last packet of instant coffee.
If by determined you mean completely over it, then sure.
Come on, it's not that bad. We've got a nice office, and for once enough savings to keep the lights on. Things are looking up.
Yeah, if looking up means dreaming about floating away in a house with balloons because we're too broke to pay rent, then sure.
Look at it this way. We're adventurers in training. Even balloon houses needed a strong foundation first.
And right now, we're firmly planted at rock bottom. A solid foundation of absolutely nothing. We're missing a case, experience, and maybe a client who doesn't actively regret hiring us. Honestly, I'd settle for a missing cat at this point.
I hate that ridiculous doorbell you picked. Let's see who could be out there. A client, a resurrected mummy, or maybe a billionaire who lost their wallet and needs us to save the day.
Or a Girl Scout with cookies. Thin Mints could really turn this day around.
Oh, what if it's someone handing out free pizza?
Then we drop this detective thing and start living the dream.
Maybe it's a long-lost royal who just realized they're in danger and needs private detectives.
Yeah, because we scream private detectives to the rich and famous. Go open the door, man.
Fine.
Is this Bennett and Lawson Investigations?
It is. We solve problems so you don't have to.
You can ignore him. He's been rehearsing that line for weeks. Come on in, Mrs.
Ellen Trent. My brother Michael, he's missing. He's a journalist. He disappeared a week ago, and the police, they don't think it's worth their time.
Don't worry, Mrs. Trent. We will find him.
How much are you willing to pay? I mean, of course we'll help you. Missing people are basically our thing.
Are you sure you can handle something like this?
Absolutely. We've got experience.
Yeah, from playing hide and seek as kids.
What Daniel means is we're dedicated. Where was your brother last seen?
An abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. He told me he was meeting someone there, and then nothing. He left behind a notebook, though.
They're everywhere. Watching, waiting, shadows everywhere. Wow. Your brother definitely knew how to set a move.
Or he just liked to freak himself out. Classic journalist move. Seen it a million times.
He said he was on to something big, a group. He called them the Crossed.
Sounds serious. We'll check it out.
Classic case, missing journalist, shadowy group, and abandoned warehouses. Just another day in the glamorous life of Bennett and Lawson.